because as a rower I'm eating 7,000 calories a day. Hi, I'm Hannah Scott, an Olympic rower, and these are 5 things I can't live without. My overnight oats. It's sweet, it's delicious. Here I'm using Linwood's overnight oats because for me, late at night when I'm getting ready for training the next day, I do not want to be making my breakfast and spending an hour trying to make it. Add my milk, add a little cacao for anti-inflammation and some berries and yogurt, and off I go. I actually add some flax seeds. Gut health is another part of my life that's really important because as a rower I'm eating 7,000 calories a day, so I need to find a way to digest that. Those are like non-negotiables for me, especially in the morning. It's good to get them in early. Carbohydrates are really important in terms of like female hormones like estrogen and producing enough. Oats are the main thing. I've had them for breakfast since I can remember starting rowing, so hitting my calories and my energy intake every day consistently is extremely important for me when I'm training, otherwise my training's a waste of time. Currently into a little bit of Korean skincare, and that's why SPF 50 always on my face, just because I'm outside 24/7, I'm sweating. Sometimes we're in hot climates with traveling across the world, and that's why I love to use some sun cream. I didn't start using it early enough, so some of the older girls were starting to talk about like, they're maybe older in the team and they started to say, yeah, my skin is really paying for the price of being outside and not wearing sun cream when I was younger. And I kind of took that advice on board and was like, okay, maybe I should have started wearing sun cream a lot sooner than I have. Especially with social media now, I think like SPF is one of the main things people put in their skincare routine. I didn't realise how important it is until now. The third thing I cannot live without is a tracker, like a fitness tracker. I usually either have a heart rate watch or a heart rate band for when I'm like looking at my recovery overnight. For me, it's really important as an athlete to check my resting heart rate in the morning because that can kind of dictate my training for the day. I'll pull back if I have to, just kind of keep the intensity a little bit lower in that day. Fitness trackers are a helpful way for me to understand what's going on in my body and how it's responding to training and whether I do need to take it a little bit easier than I have been, just kind of to keep myself on that red line and not push myself into injury and illness, which I've had to learn the hard way, to be honest. I think as athletes we have to be careful with trackers because we can become quite competitive and that is very unhealthy. You don't want a tracker for your body to like ruin your life. As a kid, I would have maybe let it dictate my training a lot more than I do now. When it comes to racing, I switch it off. I will not look at it on race day because it doesn't matter, I'm doing the race that day, so all systems go no matter what. So it's not helpful in those days, just pick and choose when it's helpful. Fourth thing I can't live without is coffee. I constantly have a thermos on the go with coffee in it. As a rower, we get up really early, we're up at 6 a.m. Coffee is probably one of the main things we need in the depths of winter when we're freezing cold outside and we need a bit more energy to go. So coffee for me is actually a little bit of like what makes me happy in my day. I feel like it's a little bit of like a ritual in the middle of my day. I like to sit down, have a nice one, sit with my friends, have breakfast, have a chat, and that's like the little like nice thing in my day because I think it's important that you have some little delights and not every day has to be miserable when you're training. You can make the little things good, and coffee is definitely one of those things for me. The last thing I have is a bit of a training diary, but also a bit of a head planner. But I just like it for organising myself in the morning, get my thoughts down on a page on my to-do list. I think it's amazing to have a to-do list, even when you're an athlete, because otherwise nothing gets done. It's a bit dirty and messy, but it's covered in little keeper lip, buck Egypt, all my little Northern Irish things, little sayings to remind me of home. Highs and lows, my self-care, always important to add to your day. And it's a little bit of a mindfulness diary as well, because I think that's quite important in terms of like your mental health as well. It always has today's high point and today I'm grateful for, and sometimes I'm a bit like wishy-washy with that stuff. I do think it is important to kind of pick out the positives in your day because even as athletes and like in my life, I think I have sometimes dipped, and having those moments where you just kind of reflect and keep going with accountability and consistency with it, I think keeps me more stable, and that's kind of why I like doing it, just to organise my thoughts on a page every day. I'm Hannah and these are 5 things I can't live without.